to, and hopefully some of the projects that we have scheduled for our strategic year 2012-23 will help make this a fine-tuned working machine. Before I get started, I'd like to thank each one of you for taking time to watch this video, but even more so, thank you for being part of the Medical Reserve Corps. You know, volunteers are sometimes a thankless position. We can't offer you compensation. What you do out of the goodness of your own heart and sense of community involvement. In times of economic hardship where people are working 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet, volunteering has a special meaning. And again, I'm grateful to each one of you for being volunteers with our River Run Regional Medical Reserve Corps unit. In the past, we've kind of thought of counties as being like isolated countries almost, and very difficult to get a notion of moving past county lines to do anything. With River Run Regional, we're planning a very ambitious new rezoning project in which we're going to try to dissolve the concept of county lines and develop rapid response zones. These zones will place clusters of MRC volunteers in close approximation to critical resources within their respective areas. So we may be living in Lawrence County, but be part of a rapid response zone in Elliott. This way, we're going to become more of a cohesive unit. We're going to be closer to making rapid responses to problems that exist anywhere within River Run Regional. For this new program, we're going to establish deputies in each rapid response zone. These deputies will be responsible for first responder activities in case of a disaster in that zone. These are positions of quite a bit of responsibility, more responsibility than non-public health employee Medical Reserve Corps volunteers have ever had. This is a new concept, so we're going to be breaking ground for potential restructuring of MRC units throughout the state and throughout the nation, possibly by our example. So this is on the foreground of doing exciting things. It is the cornerstone of our strategic plan for 2012 and 2013. Other things that we have planned for this year is the completion of our mobile pet emergency shelter. Last week we conducted a pet CPR class to train volunteers who wish to work with the shelter, the latest techniques in first aid for animals, animal handling, and CPR. This is only the first of many trainings that we're going to have to qualify volunteers to work with the shelter. Anybody who wants to get involved in the pet emergency program, please feel free to contact me and we'll get you signed up for that right away. Another ambitious project that we have set in mind for the Medical Reserve Corps unit this year is another bridging project. Just as we're trying to dissolve county lines so that we can provide rapid response and critical response to those areas that are most hit, we are also thinking of breaking down state barriers. Here in our counties, we border West Virginia. I'm working in the planning stage now with MRC units in West Virginia to create a March for the Future. This would be an event that would involve Medical Reserve Corps units in River Run Regional, Wayne County, and Kanawha County, which include the area of Huntington and the like. When a tornado hits and people suffer, when there's flooding and people need help, it just seems a shame that the Medical Reserve Corps units, which are designed for response, stuck by you can't cross this border, you can't cross that border. So we're going to work to form a partnership, almost a confederation between MRC units in Eastern Kentucky and West Virginia, and invite other MRC units in Eastern Kentucky to join us in this venture. There'll be much more details on that coming up as we move through the year. The event that we're speaking of will probably be held in late spring of 2013. Now, these are three major initiatives that we have scheduled for this year. This does not preclude that we will not be able to be involved with more routine MRC activities that you're familiar with in the past. Each of the rapid response zones, in addition to having a deputy, do have a liaison, which are keeping me abreast of important events and things taking place in each area. If you have suggestions as to where the Medical Reserve Corps can be of help, not only with disasters, but with charity events, with education projects, whatever, please do not feel at all uneasy about contacting me. The Medical Reserve Corps unit is not my Medical Reserve Corps unit, it's our Medical Reserve Corps unit. And the voice and the input of each member is extremely valuable. As we move together as a community of volunteers, as a partnership dedicated to serving the underserved, I say, not underdeserved, pardon me, the underserved, the homeless, the helpless, those in need. Let us keep our vision bright and be active and participate in any way we can. The more that we do is contingent upon the more that you guys want to do. We can be as active and energetic as our volunteers. I'll be looking forward to meeting you in person, hopefully in the new rapid response zones as they are developed over the next several months. Until then, I will promise to keep sending video messages like this, keeping you abreast of what's going on. And before closing, we're also working on a means, perhaps using Skype or some other device, in which Medical Reserve Corps meetings, when they are held, can be broadcast into your own homes, into your own laptops or tower PCs, so that you can hear, listen, and also speak back to members who are in the Medical Reserve Corps unit. This way, in case you cannot find a babysitter, the weather's bad, you can't get out, you're not feeling ill, you're feeling ill or whatever, you'll be able to participate in the meetings directly from your own home. This is a free technology, and hopefully we can get everybody on board with that over the course of the next several months. So again, looking forward to seeing you, looking forward to hearing from you and your comments. If you wish to email me, my email is ronald.enders@ky.gov, and the phone number 606